Hello, my name is David Santiago Rodriguez, and this is my second project for PLC. Okay, so the first thing that I should say is that I don't have the software. This is a picture only. I don't have the software or the simulator on the computer, so I made this part in the college before it was closed, and I did this second part on paper. So I think I will try to explain both fast. Um, okay. There you go. So the first page of the project is the faults page. So I added three faults for the stamp when it lowers, for the PMP extending, and for the stop push bottom. So I use a TON timer for the first two and a TOF timer for the stop bottom. And if any of the three faults gets active, then the red light should turn on. I call the red light fault. Okay, and I will continue. Okay, the second from the second page to the sixth page of the PDF, it's the same main routine of the first project. The only difference is that I added two timers here, one TOF timer and one TON timer. So basically what these two timers are doing is they give the stamp a little bit more time for it to go up before the part stop opens. All what is in the PDF, I will submit the program so that you can look that it works in this on the simulator. Now we are on page 7. Page 7 and page 8 of the PDF are production data. So the first part is like the cycle time. So I have a retentive timer with a really high value here. The value is presented in seconds using this division block. What else? Well, it is shown in the screen, and stop. Yep. And each cycle finishes when the part stop opens. Okay. Now we have the when the cycle time is greater than the maximum cycle time, you can see that the green light will turn on, and you can turn it off using the green push button. And this part is the shift count. So this is how many parts you have per shift. You have to show it in the screen as well using this move block, and you can finish the shift pressing the gray button. So this is all the PDF. As you can see here, I took a picture of the simulator. Before the college closed, I was able to get this ready. So I have maximum cycle time, active cycle time, last cycle time, number of stamps before maintenance. This I will explain it in a minute. Shift count, last shift count, and in here you have these two lights and this blue bottom. I will explain it in a moment. In here you have to end the shift, and here you have the fault. And now, based on what I did in the paper, the real 3, I am going to use it, as well as the yellow light and the yellow push button. So now we go to this part. I tried to do it as similar as possible. So in here we have production data, page 9. So the first part, the idea is to get a value in grams from the scale sensor. So that's why I have the compute block there. And as I also, like, we were told that the average value for that sensor was 142. So I use two compute blocks to calculate the upper limit and the lower limit. Each of them is 10% more for the upper limit and 10% less from the lower limit. And thanks to that, this part, basically, once the part is weighted, once you have the value for the weight, you have to show it on the screen on the real 3. And in the case it's inside the limits, then you have to turn the yellow light on, and you turn the light off, pushing the yellow push button that tells the user that you have a problem with that part, that you have to take it off. Okay, so now we have this second part. This is page 10 of production data. Now basically what this does is that the user have the option to insert how many parts should be stamped before maintenance is required. So the first thing is to move that value into a preset value for a counter that is called a stamp maintenance counter. This is a count up, so it will add 1 when the stamp is lowered. So in here I use this compute block to calculate the 80% of that value, of the preset value. And in here, if the 80% is reached, then the gray light turns on. But if the 100% is reached, then the blue light turns on. And the user can reset this by pressing the blue push button. So I think that was basically it. Sorry for extending that long, and well, thanks for watching.